So because of the nature of the following 48 hours, I am not going to post this video until I get home and edit it when I get home. The reason being is because today's stage 3, which is Saturday, which finishes in Scarborough, we don't finish till like 6:30, and then we've got a 2-hour drive back, and then we've got to have food, massage and everything like that, and then get to bed. And then the following day we have an earlier start. Well, we start at midday, so it's gonna be one that I'm gonna have to try and cram in. But I'm still gonna film stuff and do my little updates on the race, but this video won't be posted after. After such a fairly tough day yesterday for quite a lot of people, including myself, today is likely to be like a sprinters type of stage, or the sprinters teams will at least want to get their own back for stage 1, because obviously they didn't win the stage. So today is likely to be controlled, hopefully, and with it being like kind of like a little uphill start, the brakes should get a chance to go pretty quick. So I'm at Charlie's flat now, in Cardiff. I got the train back after the race last night. So where do I start? Well, where I left off, I guess, stage 3. A quick summary really. It was like cross tailwind all kind of day really. That's why Astana had us all lined up in the gutter. It was kind of like an uncomfortable, well, it wasn't really that uncomfortable, it's just the fact that you're constantly like in a line, you can't really talk to anybody, you can't really do anything. So until we hit one specific climb, it was about 50k to go, and it went up some ridiculous lane. It kind of split there, and Cav came past going the other way. That would have been like panic stations really for Dimension Data. They probably thought that if Cav could get over that, then you know, he could probably win the stage, but unfortunately he didn't. So it spoiled his chances. It spoiled quite a few riders' chances actually, but we took full advantage of that, and Rob, with his comeback, picked up 5th on the stage, which was like not only really surprising, well obviously we know he can do it, but really surprising as in it's good, it's a good surprise. I left Leeds at like 7:10, and I had to change in Gloucester, and then arrived in Cardiff at 10 to midnight. Where do I even start? Where do I even start? In fact, first of all, I'm gonna try and put a montage of, like, as I'm talking, of pictures from their respective photographers. Like, I won't be able to find who they've who's taken them, but I'll just put them up and you can search them on social media. They're gonna be awesome. Stage 4. Stage 4 was, it looked like it was harder than any kind of Grand Tour, well not Grand Tour, we were so unfortunate early on that Ollie crashed just after the first KOM up Hebden Bridge. Ollie crashed on the descent. I tried to get in the brake straight away up Hebden Bridge, and 10k into the race, and it was so fast up there. I didn't look down once at my Wahoo or anything, but I set a new 10-minute power, and you can see that I posted on Twitter, and it was something like 395 watts for 10 minutes, and that was like 6.5 watts per kilo. And I was pretty much flat stick. And then some of the climbs on the course were just breathtaking, literally, and it was so hot, and for the people out there, it must have been a brilliant day to watch the race, because it was just so warm, and there was hardly any wind either. When we were going up the climbs, because we were going quite slow up the real steep ones, we were just dripping with sweat, absolutely dripping with sweat. You couldn't take your glasses off and wipe. When we got to, is it Patley Bridge, I think you say, or Pateley Bridge? It's literally like someone's taken a shovel and dug a big hole and put the town and the village in the hole. It was near the top, where it started to actually flatten off a little bit and then go up again. As far as I know, Owen Doole, fellow Welshman, he went for it near the top, so the pressure was on by then. But then Bibby was obviously in good position, and he had good legs, so it's a great combination. He was at the front, he was there. Bradbury, great riding again. He was in the next group behind, and then I was in kind of the next group behind that, and I tried to radio through to say that, look, I'm coming across in case you need me. And getting into Ollie was he had kind of, I guess, the last categorised climb. Now, I'd been riding most of the day, not so much in the wind, but in the back of my mind I'm like, right, where's Bibby, where's Edmund? I've got to watch for them and potentially take them to the front if needed. I did a few efforts during the race, not only that, trying to get in the break, but efforts in the race where towing them all the way up the outside when I was in a line in the gutter, so just being a human windshield for the day, really. Which wears you down. Doesn't necessarily kill you straight away, but it'll wear you down. So I paced it really well, and I got up to Chabanel's wheel as we went over the top. Chabanel put it to go over the top, and I was just I couldn't give him a turn, but luckily he dragged me across quite a bit to Bradbury's group. And once getting there, then I came up to Bradbury, gave him a pat. I said, look, I'm new now, but I don't know what I can do. Yeah, with Bibby being in the front group, we just had to marshal things. It was quite a bit of attacking from our group, mainly because the blue jersey was in it, the race leader. The Astana guy obviously lost all of his teammates, but that's to be expected when they ride all day like that on such a hard terrain. And coming into the finish, Bradbury had chipped away with a little group of 6 or 7 maybe. And John came over the radio with 3k to go, and he said, message to all the riders who are behind Bibby's group, make sure you still sprint for placings in your group, because it'll help us in the team overall standings. Well, I won the sprint from my group, and I finished 22nd, which is great consolation for me. I finished 27th overall, 2.5 minutes down. Bibby ended up coming 3rd on the stage, and narrowly missing out on beating Greg van Avermaet to 2nd, and so he finished 6th overall, and Bradbury finished I think it was 17th overall. So all in all, we did pretty well, and I think we finished 3rd team. We were I know BMC were obviously top, pretty good going as well, but Bibby finished 1st British rider, 1st domestic rider as well, so it's pretty super cool. I was so happy to be a part of it, considering I got called up last minute, and you know, yeah, that is the end of story time for the Tour of Yorkshire.